We're dedicating our class לעילוי נשמת יצחק, סטיבן, בן, דניאל וג'ולי. בתוך שאר נשמות בני ישראל, תהן נשמתו צרורה בצרור החיים לעד. בעזרת השם. Torah 37. So, like that we learned, you need to respect people, that they're going to be able to express themselves, that they're going to be able to reveal the Torah that they have inside. When the baby is inside of the womb of his mother, so over there he learns all of the Torah. When he comes out, so the angel hits him on his mouth and he forgets everything. But when he's learning Torah again, and especially when he's doing Hitbodedut and praying to Hashem, so HaKadosh Baruch Hu reveals the secrets of the Torah back again to him. This is why when you learn Torah, you say to yourself, this is what you feel, you say, oh, it's like you remembered. You just, oh, now, yes, okay, now I get it. Why? Because it's coming back again. So if you respect a person, if you let him talk, you let him think, you open for him that opportunity to be who that he is, so by that you let the light of his neshama, the light of his soul, to illuminate again, to renew itself, to come back to function. And then you just let him express who that he is. And it can be that you're sitting with a person that he from a different generation was a Tana from a different lifetime, and you don't know, and he for sure don't know. And like that it's written on Moshe Rabbeinu, that the light of his face was illuminating, and he didn't know. Why he didn't know? Because he looks from his face outside, so he cannot know. Everyone that looks at him, suddenly they see light of the Torah comes out from his face, but he cannot know, because it's coming from inside to outside, so you cannot see it. This is the place that you hold. You don't know who you are, and you don't know at all what you have inside, but you just need to feel free to set it out, to speak it out, to let it go. And the only thing that we went through in our childhood and in our youth and all of our lives was tons of criticism on how you talk, on how you eat, on how you speak, on how you dress. Everyone are telling you what is right, what is wrong, how you should be, how you should behave, how you should talk, how you should... And all of the time you need to be yotzei yedei chova, to fulfill your obligation to everyone, that everyone going to like you. So you have to close yourself all of the time. No, they need to like me, so I need to be like that. I have to receive respect from them, so I'm going to behave like that. And no, I need to fight now. And you lose yourself. The process of tshuva is to come back. In the Zohar HaKadosh it's written that tshuva is to come back to the place that you've been took from there. Tshuva is not to grow, to develop, to achieve. It's only to come back home, to come back to the treasures that you have inside, to be aware to who that you are. Already Bore Olam made you perfect, made you amazing. You are a creation of Hashem Yitbarach. Just come back. Do tshuva, tashuv, come back to who that you are. Means let yourself be who that you are. Allow yourself to talk. People are going to shidduchim and they're afraid to say who that they are, and what should I say? Should I talk about it? Should I not talk about it? What I'm going to say? I'm going to tell her about my past. I'm not going to say. If she's not able to hear you, it's not your wife. If it's your wife, it's have to be someone that is able to continue, to love you as you are. And if she doesn't like you, she doesn't love you, she cannot accept you, it's not your wife. And exactly in the opposite way. If he cannot hear you, if you're not interesting for him, so it's not your husband. And even if you're going to stay another 1 year alone, another 2 years alone, it's better than to be married to someone that you're afraid of him and he's afraid of you, and you cannot talk and you cannot walk and you cannot grow, and you're closing each other. So for what? Why to suffer? Why to make her miserable? Why that she gonna make you miserable? Why to suffer? When we're saying that when a couple getting married, they become to be one neshama, one soul, means that the soul gonna illuminate, means that they have to let each other speak. They have to let each other talk. They have to respect each other. And this is why we know that Shlom Bayit, the secret of Shlom Bayit, it's honor. Because if you're not honoring your wife, she cannot be who that she is. And if she cannot be who that she is, so no bounty can come, no shefa can come. Nothing can come. Why? Because the light of the neshama cannot glow. If the light of the neshama cannot glow, so there's no light in the house. The house is dark. Walls and floor and ceiling, it's not a house. The house is the Shekhinah that's inside the house. The Shekhinah that's inside the house, who is the Shekhinah? It's your souls. When you're talking, when you're facing each other, like those two angels that are facing each other, and you're talking, and you're accepting each other, and you can hug, and you can love, and you can know each other, then you also can enjoy from each other. Because when one person just have a desire to the other, that it's physical, so the other one, he always he wants to run away. He doesn't like it. He doesn't want to be in that place. Only when the desire is spiritual, when you're interesting to hear her, to hear what she got to say, she's interesting you. Her heart, her emotions, her thoughts, her sense of humor. And even if it's hard for you, you're working on it to open a place for her, to contain her, to love her, to be able to understand her, to listen to her, to be there for her. When you do that, she's got a place to expand. And when she's got a place to expand, the house is illuminating. And they don't need to put no effort in educating the children because they're growing amazing. They're just growing by themselves. You don't need to do nothing. You don't need to do nothing. You can take the book, Garden of Education, and put it aside. You don't need to read it anymore. Because what? You open the book, the amazing book of Arav, Garden of Education. What's written over there? Similar to Garden of Faith, similar to Garden of Peace, similar to Briti Shalom. Do tshuva, do tshuva, do tshuva, do tshuva. Work on yourself, work on yourself, work on yourself. Because when you're going to work on your midot, what it means midot, on your borders, means that you're not going to run everyone, that you're not going to reject everyone, that you're not going to rebuke everyone and insult everyone and going to fight with everyone. You're just going to work on yourself, not to be angry, not to attack, to listen, to be more sensitive, to care more, to let other people grow. When you're going to do that, they're going to grow and they're going to illuminate and everything going to be, it's going to be a natural process. Everyone's going to grow. And also it's exactly the same about Eretz Israel. When we're saying that people need to come to Eretz Israel, we're saying something that it's actually impossible for them to do. We're telling them to do something that they're not able to do. Why? Because Eretz Israel, the place itself of holiness, the holiness of Eretz Israel, is rejecting the people that are not worthy. So people that are not worthy are not able to come to Eretz Israel. And you see people that are trying to come to Eretz Israel, and after 2 months, 3 months, 3 years maybe, they're flying away. They cannot handle here. They're not calling it Jerusalem. It's a city of fire. It's a flaming city. They're getting crazy here, getting wild, don't know what to do. Gonna go to learn, gonna go to the Kotel, gonna go to the center of Kiruv. They're calling it Eish. What you gonna do? It's fire. What you gonna do? And if you come to Chut Shel Chesed, string of kindness is the last thing that you can find here. Flames all over the place, fire from the walls, swallowing you alive. What you gonna do? The name of Rav Shalom Arush, it's Shin Aleph, it's Esh. What you gonna do? Shalom Arush, Esh, it's fire. You want to do tshuva? Alright, no problems. I'm gonna push you straight to the stove, closing for you. This is it. Flames of fire. People are not able to do that. People are not able to do that. So this is why all of us, we need to see what's the real way to come to Eretz Israel. We need to understand. We saw that after the Holocaust, thousands on thousands of Jews came back to Eretz Israel. How? Why? What happened in the Holocaust that opened the gates for a lot of people to come to Eretz Israel? What happened over there? The biggest humiliation ever. This is what had happened over there. When we are low, When we understand that Hashem, He is the King and we're nothing, then you can go and enter through the gates of humility, gates of Jerusalem, gates of Eretz Israel. When you're humble, when you're arrogant, you're a millionaire, you're a Talmid Chacham, you're succeeding, your family are very important. You cannot enter in the gates of Jerusalem. You cannot enter. You're stuck in the wall. You cannot penetrate. You cannot go inside the holiness, the Kedusha. That's the secret. We need to work on humility, on anava. And when we're going to come to that anava, if we're going to be wise, we're going to learn anava. If we're not going to be wise, Bore Olam going to teach us anava. We'd rather to learn anava by ourselves. We'd rather to talk about humility. We'd rather to do it bodeduyot in the field and to learn that we're nothing and that Hashem Yitbarach, He is the King and He is in charge, and to become humble. We'd rather that than that Hashem going to show it to us how humble we are, how zero we are, how nothing we are, how we don't have nothing. If Hashem doesn't give us life, we don't have life. If Hashem doesn't give us life until today, we wouldn't be here. We need to remember that. When we're going to do that, it's going to be easy. People are going to fly all over the place to Eretz Israel, from everywhere. Just you're going to see thousands of people coming from Europe, from United States, from Australia, from every corner of the world, from just going to fly. Why? Because the gate going to be open for them. They're going to be able. Today everyone wants to come, but they cannot make it. They have fears, they have anxieties, they have thoughts, confusion. So they're asking them, this is the way that Hashem is rejecting them. We need to help them. How are we going to help them? We're going to work on humility. When you're humble, you can enter through the gates of Kedusha. Only when you accept on yourself yoke of heaven, means that Hashem, He is the King and you're nothing, then you're already enjoying from the Shefa of Eretz Israel. Even if you're outside of Eretz Israel, you are already breathing air of Eretz Israel over there and you're getting wiser. You already can eat from the fruits of Eretz Israel and to be healthier and stronger. Eretz is coming from the word Erze, I'm going to want, will. To the Eretz Israel, you can connect yourself only when you have a holy desire. Holy desire means that you understand that you need it, that you don't have it. What do you want? You want something that you don't have. You don't want things that you have. If you have a nice jacket, you don't need another one. You don't want another one. You have one. You're happy with it. You're satisfied. Your stomach is full. But when you're hungry, when you don't have food, and you need, so you want. So the will, it's for something that you don't have. So Eretz Israel, it's for something that we don't have. What we don't have? We need to understand that we need Hashem. The desire to Hashem Yitbarach going to bring us all to Eretz Israel. What it means, the desire to Hashem Yitbarach? The recognition, the understanding that we cannot grow without Hashem, that we cannot succeed without Hashem, that everything that we have is only from Hashem. That's humility. Means to be humble. When you understand that Hashem, He is the one that provides everything. Rabbi Nachman said that when he was old, he came to that level that he couldn't do nothing, even to reach something, to take something, to eat something, the smallest thing of them all, he couldn't do it without prayers. Why? Because for years on years on years, he was working on himself to pray on everything. So he got used to it so much that it became to be his nature, to pray on everything before of doing it. That's the perfect humility. That's the perfect anava. When you know that you cannot do nothing without help from Hashem. This is why the test of the rich people is harder than the test of the poor people. Because for a poor person, and it can be poor from that. This is why the Baalei Tshuva, we have an amazing opportunity. For us, the road is ready to do Tshuva. Because nothing can let us even think that we're worth something when we look on our actions. It's to be arrogant when you look at the mirror. To be arrogant, mamash, you need medicines. If you can still be arrogant when you look at yourself, and I love you all. I appreciate you all. I know, bemet, I truly look at every one of you and I see amazing things in every one of you. But when I'm looking at myself in the mirror, it's funny. It's the biggest joke of them all. Mamash, it's hilarious. You see that you, mamash, from head to toe, no one organ that is not missing something, that is not wounded. You know how to put tefillin. The first mitzvah that a Baal Tshuva is doing, you know how to put tefillin. You're sure that you put tefillin in the right place. You're sure that you Yotzei Yedei Chovah with how that you put tefillin. You're sure that you pronounce the words right. You're sure that you're not forgetting that tefillin, that you're not Mesiach Da'atcha Minat tefillin. You're for sure that you don't have contaminated thoughts that are crossing and disqualifying the tefillin. So you're sure that your tefillin are kosher, that no one put coins of chetzi shekel instead of parshiot inside of your tefillin. You don't know what you have inside of the boxes of tefillin. If they're not upside down, you don't know nothing. Maybe you haven't kept mitzvah tefillin even once in your life. You don't know. You don't know. There are people that were putting 20 years tefillin, opened the tefillin, and it was written inside of there, note, Baruch Hashem, the joke is on you. We tricked you. We fooled you. They sold him empty tefillin, and 20 years he's putting tefillin mudarot, and he's all happy, kissing them. Empty tefillin in the kotel. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Nothing. You're not doing nothing. What are you going to do? You don't know. So the first mitzvah, Shabbos. Do you think that you know how to keep Shabbos? You know what it means to keep Shabbos. Rav Shalom said that he met a tzaddik nistar, a hidden tzaddik. That hidden tzaddik told him that even if a person going to work 2,000 years on one thing, just to know what it means Shabbos, he will not gonna understand even a drop from the sea, from the real greatness of Shabbos. 2,000 years, Avodat Hashem, of a righteous man, to understand Shabbos, you don't get nothing. You know what it means Shabbos? That Hashem Yitbarach is saying to Moshe Rabbeinu, call my children, I have a big gift from the treasures of mine that I want to give them. And it calls Shabbos. You know what's that? It's not that Shabbos that people are throwing stones in the intersection of Bar Ilan. It's not that Shabbos. It's a different Shabbos. We're talking about something else. So you never met that Shabbos at all. You feel Mein Olam Haba, like in the world to come in Shabbos, the Zmirot, Mamash, you're out of your body, and you 100% cancel to Hashem Yitbarach in Shabbos, that you feel only the sparks of holiness in the food and smells of Shabbos. And are you there? You're not even in the area. So, haven't started even. So that humility gonna bring us to that place that we're gonna want Hashem Yitbarach, that we're gonna desire Hashem Yitbarach, and when you want Hashem Yitbarach, Hashem is coming. And when we all gonna want Him like that, with a strong will, Hashem gonna come. And when Hashem gonna come, the supervision gonna be totally different. Only miracles you're gonna see in the air. You're gonna want something, it's gonna come. Immediately, you're going to think about a person, you're going to see him crossing the street. You're going to pray, you're going to want, before you're going to open your mouth, you're going to be answered. This is how it's going to be in the days of Mashiach. And Rabbi Nachman said, my Mashiach already came. To come to that understanding of humility, that Hashem Yitbarach is the only one that can bring you to everything that you need to achieve, we're going to learn it from Rabbi Nachman, from that one that said that my Mashiach already came. We're going to learn from him. From that one that said that he achieved that level of praying on every detail before he's making it, before he's doing it. We're going to learn it from him. How he done that? He said, because for years I was practicing. I was doing thousands on thousands of hours of Hitbodeduyot. Like that Rabbeinu wrote, that all of the real righteous people achieved their levels only by thousands of hours of Hitbodeduyot. And I'm talking about hundreds of hours of Hitbodeduyot in quiet. That you don't have a word to say, that you're all confused, and you don't know in those crooked Hitbodeduyot how many cleanings you're going through, how many purifications you're going through. Because it's like, when you're in Hitbodedut, it's like you put your clothes inside of a washing machine. And it's working and working. Another minute. You look at it, it looks filthy, full with soap, full with stains. After 1 hour, you take it clean. It's clean. Only after 1 hour. You take yourself inside and you suffer and you're going through and thoughts are confusing your mind. And was it good that I was praying on it? Maybe I'm not supposed to pray on it. Maybe I need to pray on this, maybe on that. And fears are coming and angers are coming and worries are coming and confusions are coming. That's the filth that comes out from the fabrics, that comes out between the fibers. They're just coming out. So you see them. Oh, I wasn't aware to the fact that I'm so sick. Yeah, right, because you were wearing your filthy clothes for years and you weren't paying attention. You were not aware to yourself. And now when you started to clean, so you meet all of the filth. So you start to be afraid. Don't be afraid. Come to do another hour. Come to do another hour. And like I told you, that one of the Avrechim from the yeshiva asked me once, are you talking to your students about 6 hours Hitbodedut? I told him no. He said, why? It's so important. I told him, I'm talking to them about thousands of hours of Hitbodedut. I'm not talking to you about 6 hours Hitbodedut. I'm talking to you about spending all of your life with Hashem. That you don't have no other advice except of committing yourself to Hashem, connecting yourselves to Hashem. And I'm talking seriously. And if I wouldn't do that, I wouldn't dare to talk to you about that. I'm throwing myself on Hashem Yitbarach every day and every night. For this Sunday morning, I had to achieve 18,000 shekels. You know what it means, 18,000 shekels? It's a huge amount of money that I don't know, no one that can find that money in the streets except of me. I'm sorry. All of the Shabbos I'm not talking and thoughts are crossing my mind and making me crazy. Sunday I have rent and I have more expenses, the things that I need to pay, payments that I need to pay and things. 18,000 shekels. And friends are calling me and telling me, hey, can you help? Can you do this? And I'm telling them, Bezrat Hashem, Hashem gonna help. Call me Sunday. Let's see what I'm gonna be able to do. And I'm struggling all of Shabbos. And I was fighting not to fall to no sadness. And I'm reminding myself, like that Hashem Yitbarach helped you always, for sure He's gonna help you again. And an uncle of mine came to my house in Motzei Shabbat and he sits on the sofa and we're talking and he tells me what's going on and I told him, amazing, Baruch Hashem. Tell me, no, and more, tell me. I told him I need for tomorrow 18,000 shekels and I don't have a clue what to say. Now you're all thinking, oh, so he gave him the money. No, he went like that he came. But before he went, I told him, you should know that I know it for sure. That like that Hashem helped me until today, He's gonna help me also for tomorrow. And at 12 o'clock I received a phone call from a cousin of mine in Tel Aviv and he told me to come to visit him. And I came to visit him and we sat and we talked for over an hour. I was doing one thing. I was showing to him the Emuna channel and I explained to him how much we're doing and how much we're expanding and how much we want to do more and more and more. And the person took out 20,000 shekels cash, gave me the money and told me good luck. This is my story from yesterday night. And why? Because I'm righteous? If I would be righteous, I would tell you, guys, I'm righteous. But I'm not. I'm not even close. I'm not even close. But I know that I don't have no one else to count on. So I'm counting on Hashem. And this morning I paid all of my payments and everything went out well, perfectly well. And I paid for people in advance for things that I need to do and everything is wonderful. Why? Because when you're counting on Hashem, Hashem is with you. Abotech b'Hashem chesed yesoveveno. Kindness is going to surround you all. You know what's my prayers to Hashem Yitbarach in my Hitbodeduyot on Am Yisrael? I'm telling Hashem Yitbarach all of the time. Bring light down. Bring light. Wash us with your light. Bring light. Bring bounty to all of Am Yisrael. And where people are blessing me, have success, succeed. I'm telling you, everyone, together, with you. My success is with you, with all of you. Our success is together. My bounty is your bounty. Your bounty is my bounty. We are together. We're all together. all of Am Yisrael together. And like that Am Yisrael received the Torah when they were united, if we're going to unite ourselves together, Hashem going to come back to be with Am Yisrael. And it's not connected to the level of Am Yisrael in that day. Am Yisrael, when they were standing over there together, they were just together. They were not holy. They were just together. The fact that they were together brought Hashem to be with them. Even if Am Yisrael are worshipping idols together, Hashem going to be with them. It's written in the Gemara. And especially when Am Yisrael are committing themselves together to serve Hashem Yitbarach together, to help each other, to support each other, to give advice to each other, to pray on each other, to support each other, to heal each other, to hug each other, to say good words to each other, to cheer up each other. Then Hashem Yitbarach going to be with us in amazing ways that no one can predict, that no one can understand the beauty and the shefa that's going to come down to all of us, to all of us, to all of us. You should count on Hashem Yitbarach because Hashem is with you. Hashem is not with me more than He is with you. Maybe I dare to count on Him more than you dare to count on Him. So take that from me, to count on Him in 100%. In shidduchim, in apartments, in the tshuva, in the shlom bayit, in educating the children, in everything. Throw all of your thoughts. Ignore everything. And connect yourself to who that you are be'emet inside. Because Hashem is God of truth. Hashem Elokechem emet. So look for the truth. Don't try to make yourself look better in the eyes of Hashem Yitbarach and in the eyes of people. Be who that you are. If you need to confess, so confess. If you need to admit, so admit. If you need to confront your fears, to ask yourself, why am I afraid of people? Why am I afraid from women? Why am I afraid from rabbis? Why am I afraid to grow? Why am I afraid to succeed? Why am I afraid to get married? Why am I afraid to have children? Why am I afraid to do tshuva? Why am I afraid to say, what did I think? When you're going to just reveal those things and going to pray, Hashem, give me the courage. Hashem, give me the power. Hashem, let me be who that I am. Hashem, let me serve you from my point, with the weapons, with the tools that you gave me, with the wisdom and talents that you gave me. Maybe I'm not aware to who that I am. Maybe I don't know how many things I do have. But let me be aware to myself. Let me be who that I am. Then you're going to see, you're going to hear harmony. You're going to see beautiful colors and sounds from everywhere in the universe just coming. Emet me'eretz titzmach. Truth going to grow up from the land. He going to grow, you're going to grow, he going to grow, you're going to grow, he going to grow, you're going to grow. Everyone going to grow. He going to start making music. He going to start writing songs. He going to start writing Chidushei Torah. He going to open an amazing center. He going to go and talk to people. He going to wake up Chatzot. He going to go early to the mikveh and going to pray on Am Yisrael. Everyone going to give his share. And Moshe is building the Mishkan. Rabbeinu going to build the Mishkan. You don't need to complete nothing. You just need to bring sand and stones and water. Bring another chapter of Tehillim, another Tikkun HaKlali, another blessing on the food, another wonderful Shmona Esrei, another donation, another tzedakah, another charity, another masrot, another hug, another smile. And Rabbeinu is taking it all together and lifting it, rising it back to Hashem. That's His job. Connect yourself to the tzaddikim. Areni mekasher, I'm bonding myself, connecting myself. And this is it. And let Him do His job. Do your job. Be who that you are. Be sincere. Be honest. Be yourself. Thank you. Chazak u'baruch.